The 12 tables. Quondam haec verba a publio recite bantur. So I start off with the adverb, which is just once, adverb. And then I do my nominative, which is neuter, these words, nominative. And then my verb, imperfect passive, were recited by Publius, an ablative of agent. Then I have an ablative absolute. It just looks funny because it's with the present active participle. So with secunda, in a positive, renaming the noun, a small sister listening, the rights against a foreigner everlasting. This meant a Roman citizen could attain legal possession of public land by settling on it, and a foreigner could not. Then we go to di his verbis secunda publium rogatorum erat. So my nominative, again, is secunda. Secunda, and this is a really weird future. Remember when you use a future active participle with a form assume, it's a simple future. So secunda had gone or will have gone to seek Publius, our accusative, who she's seeking, in a prepositional phrase, about these words. Said, but hic, this boy, referring back to Publius, had departed, the verb, into the form. Notice that with in plus the accusative is translated as into. Atque, and so Rufus, the father, another positive, was sought, passive verb with an ablative agent, by secunda. Now we start off this sentence with an ablative absolute. And so, with Rufus having been found, secunda asked. Now secunda asks, what is the rights against a foreigner everlasting? Then first person singular, perfect active. I heard my direct object accusative, Publius, participle agreeing with it, saying these things. Notice that this is neuter plural, and there's things is implied. It's just literally these, and I input in things. Then father explained, these are the verba, words, and they go all the way here to the participle. Lecta agrees with verba. These are the words read from the laws of the 12 tables, which were always, semper, always entrusted, dative, to memory by all Roman boys. From that time which they were written, referring to the 12 tables. And then secunda asks, in which time were they written, or what time were they written? Next sentence starts out with an ablative of time. In the first year's genitive of the state, when the decemviri, literally 10 men, held power, your accusative. Deu, vocab word, for a long time, the laws of the Romans were not written down, they were retained. This is a participle going back to laws in the memories or in the memory of men. So for a long time, the laws of the Romans were retained, held in the memory of men, not written down. Said, but scripti legis, you have to go all the way here to find your subject, which is the nominative. Written laws, petitae sunt, were sought, ablative agent, by the Roman people, quod, because many serious injustices were received by men, scientibus, another participle agreeing with men, not knowing the words of the laws, genitive. And this sentence starts off with an ablative absolute. So with a plan of the most famous men of the state having been sought, this method was found to be the best, or this best method was found. 3 famous men were sent into Greece, where the laws of the Greek, where they knew the laws of the Greeks. Alii, others, and let's go to our verb, missi sunt, were sent to Hermotis, a Greek, and a positive, so we're renaming Hermotis. Hermotis, a Greek participle living in Italy. Even now, a statue of Hermotis was placed by the Romans in the Commotium. This is an area of the Forum where Romans gathered to vote, stands. So even now, a statue of Hermotis placed by the Romans, and again this is a participle going with statue, stands in the Commotium. Then the highest power of the state, genitive, verbs right here, was given to 10 men, who were ordered discribere, to write down the laws, Roman laws. When these 10 men worked for a long time, a great work was completed. The laws written, again a participle going with laws, on 12 tables was placed in the Forum. There they were seen by all through many years, and there they are now seen. Witty, I often saw eos, these things, or referring to those laws. But what are those laws? Sunt multe, there are many, and this just goes on a long list of what they're about. About punishments, about injustice, about family, about the power of the fatherland, about debt, about roads, about tombs, about Roman rights. Many other laws were decreed afterwards, but Roman power was established by the laws of the 12 tables. Notice this is an ablative agent without an a or ob, because laws is neither a person nor an animal. Ubi, when these laws are lost, then the power of Rome will be lost. Ablative absolute. With these, and referring back to laws, with these remaining, Rome will be eternal.